Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to go over my opinion on Winter Express. Now, with the new holiday season and the new collection event, we got a half new mode of Winter Express, something that apparently has showed up in previous years, but this is the first time I'm playing it this month, and I gotta say, it kinda stinks. And there's a couple of reasons, so I'm gonna first go over a couple things. First off, legend choice. Like, obviously, since last year when it apparently was last out, we've had some new legends come out, and that makes it really annoying. Catalyst! And that doesn't really help things, but then we also have loadout choice. Honestly, I think the loadouts they've given for us are pretty terrible. Not gonna lie. And let me think. Oh yeah, viability for newer players. And then last but very much not least, whatchamacallit? Oh yeah, queuing up. And so let's first get into the first section, and that would be queuing up. The one thing I have with the queuing system is that I always seem to get into lobbies where the opposing teams are better than me. I could have a friend who is like level 80, while I'm level 86, and our teammates are level 20, and we will have opponents who are like level 500 for some weird reason. It's such a weird queuing system, and it makes me think, is it only really good people who are queuing up for these things? Like, is it really only OGs who have played since last year? Are we really only finding 576s or 600s, or heck, maybe even there's supposed to be like a level cap of level 1000 after you reach a level 500, I think. So, like, are we really only seeing those people? If so, like, I really don't know what to say. Because, like, it's just not a good queuing system. And the player base makes me think that this mode is not viable due to a player base being such, OG-oriented at this point. And it doesn't really encourage new players. And this is stuff that you gotta think about when you're reintroducing this mode. But let's just go over the fact that this is just not how it's gonna be. Like, it's still a fun mode, I gotta say. Like, having one objective, 3 teams, like, it brings the action of Battle Royale and the close quarters fighting of arenas into one mode. But the fact is that it's just not for new players, given its queuing system and the fact that you just get put with people who are just too high level. And with that, let's go for... what should we tackle next? How about loadouts? So loadouts are a bit weird in Winter Express. They're not really that usable. True, like, some are pretty cool, like Spitfire Mastiff. Like, that sounds like a good loadout. You put that with a frag, and it's not the best, but I mean, like, you can work with it. In addition to this, however, the Spitfire has no attachments, and the Mastiff has, like, very few. Like, they're both just not good in terms of upgrades. And one of the things the Spitfire relies on is higher mag levels of either level 2 or level 3 or higher, or to potentially a legendary mag. Either way, it's not really that good of a look for the Spitfire, and it doesn't really make it a viable option to choose. But I like to still run it sometimes, and honestly, I don't get very many kills. Or what about the flatline? Here you can see me using the flatline, but it's only a level 1 flatline, meaning it only has some of the base items, base stock, base mag, base optics, and okay, you can get by with a flatline on a base mag, but the optics, flatline does better with like more mid-ranged optics. You won't really get much out of these close-range gray optics. And not gonna lie, like a bunch of the more crappier weapons get, like the P2020 and the Mozambique, they get, there's a loadout where there's a level, there's basically like legendary P2020, legendary Mozambique, with all the fancy attachments, and like it's a loadout. And most of the, and that's basically like what a good chunk of the loadouts are. All the crappier weapons get like garbage attachments and such, while the better weapons get little to even any attachments. Yeah, I know people can argue that the Wingman is like one of the best weapons in the game, and it still has attachments, and can even be equipped with a legendary optic if you want. However, like, what about the car? The car is one of the best weapons in the game, man. You can barely find it, and it has like low level attachments, and like it basically the loadouts aren't good for Winter Express, and this makes it very challenging to do really anything with this. And so let me see. Let's go for Legend choice next. Obviously, one of the bigger problems with Winter Express is the Legend choice. Now, you can see here that this is Season 15 footage. If you're looking at this video, so like 2016. And this mode's still back. And right now, we have Catalyst as the newest legend. Catalyst is just plain annoying. Not only that, we also have so many other legends that do well with defensive legends like Catalyst. Like, you got Caustic, you got Watson, you got Fuse. Fuse is more of an offensive or assault legend, but still, like, it's still an annoying legend to face. Like, you also have Rampart. Like, these are weapons that are not weapons, legends that are all really annoying to deal with. And, like, it's not really the best choice of mode in this meta of defensive legends. Like, right now, with the addition of Catalyst, it basically just strengthens the building camping meta. And what is the point of capturing the train? Like, what is the best thing to do with the train? You go out on and camp it. Like, the person who's initially on the train and has these legends are the ones who will have a better advantage. In addition to this, legends, there are other legends like Vantage who can just bombard the train, and this is also really annoying to deal with and not fun to play up against. And that just makes this mode almost unplayable at this point. And that's like one of the biggest problems with Winter Express and just Apex Legends as a whole is that it doesn't really know how to manage its modes. I said in my last video, about arenas that the reason why arenas is potentially going away is not because of lack of support, which why because it's part of it, but the reason why it's going away is because Apex and Respawn or whatever, people behind Apex Legends didn't really they weren't really prepared to actually have a new permanent mode. Like Battle Royale was the only other mode besides LTM's before arenas came out as a permanent mode. And now they're removing it in Season 16, or at least highly likely removing it in Season 16, as a result, because they couldn't make this mode better. And look at this, I suspect that this has changed very little since it first came out. Like, obviously there's new legends, and there's obviously like some new mechanics. Like, I believe the loadout mechanic that was introduced in Control is new to this mode, but other than that, like, it's still the same mode. And with the loadouts being absolute trash, like, it's just not good anymore with what we have. But now let's go to new player viability. How does this do well with newer players? To conclude this, is this good for, or better for newer players who are looking for a non-Battle Royale experience? Honestly, it's a no. Obviously, like, the queuing system is either messed up or just we're not getting enough newer players for this mode. And as a result, like, we're not, it's at a point where it's not good for newer players. Like, if you were a new player, I would not recommend this mode. You'd have to have some experience with the weapons, and of course, legends that you're picking. Which one's better for attacking, which one's better for defense, and such. Obviously, it's not for them. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you think this weapon is better for noobs or better players, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.